Live.
And good evening, Bobcat Nation. Welcome to another edition of the Bobcat Blitz, where tonight we're coming to you live from the Preserve. We have JV and varsity baseball doing a doubleheader. They're taking on Charlotte. JV just wrapped up their game. Varsity, we're expecting to have first pitch at 7 o'clock. Thank you for coming out tonight. My name is Sean Kirkpatrick. Back at our Zoom studio, we got Mr. John Rawlings. John, how you doing tonight?
Good evening. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Beautiful night to come out and watch.
It looks
There's
beautiful
food
out there.
Yeah, it really is a nice night to come out. I wish I had my shorts on, though, but that's okay. I had to have time to get out here. John, a couple things going on before we get our guests. We're going to have three things on tonight. We're going to have Coach Davidson. She'll be doing our beach volleyball. We finally got her on for our beach volleyball review. We're going to have Coach Belser on as well. He's going to give us a nice little quick update on the schedule. It's finally come out for the next year. A lot of exciting news there. Maybe a little hint of the NIL controversy, or we can say that for another episode. And we're bringing back our alumni segment. I found a baseball alumni who's going to be on our show with us tonight. So lots of great things going on here tonight as well. We will not be on, though, next Tuesday. Everybody, spring break. John and I need a break as well. So, John, I saw your show Monday, the Northport Forward show. I know we don't get political, but it also spills over to sports. It really does. You got to get involved. You need to come out here. Alumni need to come back to support their home team. Boosters just had their Saturday Morgan Center fundraiser. They're going to have another one coming up in April on the day of giving. So I thought it was a nice tie-in from yesterday. Like, yeah, you really need to come out, help your town out.
I really like your tie-in because if more people would get involved like you do on the show when I have commissioners, Parks and Rec, we're trying really hard to get updates about the Morgan Center and what's happening there. And you have been really critical of the slowdown, but we got some really good insight from that on the last show too.
I'm hearing March 20th. We're going to get an update on that. That's day 520 since Ian came through, something like that.
Well, so we'll have an update. We'll have an update on 8/3 because the city manager of Northport, Jerome Fletcher, will be on my show again on the 8th. And we will definitely be asking about that. And I'm going to I'll text him and make sure he has an update for us about the Morgan Center.
And, I'm going to real quick, since we're waiting for our guests to come on, I had a parent talk to me about this. He's like, Sean, we really appreciate Teddy D's and all them stepping up. But they said the only problem is because of the limited gym space that the teams they tend to be co-ed teams. They're not girls only, boys only kind of things, which, for the short term, that's not a bad thing. But for the long term, we really got to get that summer gym open up so they have their dedicated girls team, boys team, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I can't wait till that update. John, real quick here, we are officially 100% done with winter sports. This last weekend, we got to give a shout-out here. Vincent Donatelli. This is his multi-year fourth place. He came in the state 3A. That's not his first time doing it. So, guys, I want to congratulate. There's a lot of wrestlers who went to the state level as well. I don't get their placements, but it's done. They are done, John. The entire winter sports teams are done. Great season on every part. 3 regional teams, gazillions of districts, regional, state wrestlers, state weightlifters on the girls' side as well. I want to congratulate all the coaches that made it so great for us to watch them. So we can't wait for spring. We got track and field. Let's give a shout out to Coach Fu and Coach Hans. This last week, they went to Charlotte, which is a pretty big program. First and second place trophies coming out of that. That was a fantastic. I think the guys got first and the girls got second. So really excited for them.
I just read today some feedback about the track meet and the meets that we host at Northport, and it was a Venice parent who could not have said anything greater about what our track and cross country teams do and the events that Coach Fu puts on. She was very appreciative. It was her son's senior year running for Venice, but knowing that Northport does it right.
And I've never seen another school compliment another school on an event hosted. Yeah, I saw that. I think it was a pole vaulter, I believe. But yes, I thought it was very classy. Also just as classy, Charlotte High School last week for softball games. I'm sure right now we all know what happened to Coach Tony Miller and his family's house. They donated their softball gate tickets to, or whatever the gate was, to the Miller's family. I thought that was incredibly kind on them. So, I got another guest here. Come on in. You're fine.
I'm trying.
Here, let me get you on this side of me. I'm a little louder. Right. Come on in. Miss Cawthorn, come on in. Can you see okay?
Yeah.
I can lower it down if we need to. Miss Cawthorn, we're just talking about this weekend, all the things going on. You had your Morgan Center. Tell us about what you saw there.
So we had our annual casino night. We had an amazing turnout. It was a Mardi Gras theme and just had a load of fun. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Thank you to Elite Hurricane Protection. They were our presenting sponsor. The Jordan family was our drink sponsor. And then, sorry, I'm running trying to help all the baseball teams. So I'm like,
you're everywhere tonight.
Okay, so Jordan family was our drink sponsor. Matt Pryor with Apparel and More by Pryor was our food sponsor. And then all of our table sponsors were Evolve Chiropractic and Wellness Boutique, Evolve, Northport Gymnastics.
That's good. You're pretty good. Look at you.
Hillman Nursing Consultant, Digital Traffic Sign, Quick Draw Pawn. I am so sorry, guys. I'm doing this like great. On the fly here.
So what was the feedback you got from the night there? Pretty good?
Yes, everybody had a great time. I was hoping to have more attendance than we had. I'm not gonna lie. But there were a lot of events going on Saturday night. The Northport Symphony had their big gala, which of course is an amazing thing that happens here at our Performing Arts Center. And so there were just a lot of events going on. It was a great thing. Please mark your calendars because I already reserved it today for March 1st for next year. We're going to do it again, all over again. So yeah, we are so pleased. The final tally is not in yet. I'm still waiting for a few of the final invoices to come in, but I know for a fact we did better than we did last year.
Excellent.
So we are very excited for that. But don't forget, coming up, we have Giving Tuesday coming up, and the Athletic Booster Club has been approved. I believe Sally's going to come and kind of give more of an interview for that maybe. But Giving Tuesday is huge. And if you don't know, we set the goal really high. We set the goal for $75,000. Every individual that gives $100, it is matched penny for penny up to that $100. Not saying you have to give $100. You can give $10 or $20, whatever you can give, but up to $100 of your donation is matched penny for penny. Gotcha. Our goal is, in talking with Coach Miller earlier today and stuff like that, Giving Tuesday is only every other year. This is not something that happens every year. And they only pick so many
programs, schools,
nonprofit organizations. It's not like it's just open to anybody. You have to have certain criteria that you have to meet in order to be part of this. And we meet it. And we put down on it, all you parents know, we need new uniforms. We need new equipment. We need so much stuff. So we set the goal really high so that way they'll never cut us off. If we raise $75,000 by all of you donating, then that makes $150,000. That's enough money to buy every team in the school brand new uniforms once a year for the next 2 years until we can have it again. So it's really important that anything you can do, if you can just help us, check on Facebook, look for our post, spread the word, pass it to your friends, pass it to your employers, pass it to anybody you can. Every little penny helps. And honestly, everything goes back to these kids. We work really hard to make sure that, we're continuing to boost these kids to get them to where they want to be in sports.
You did it all in one breath. That's an announcer. That's impressive.
Is that good?
That was really good. Okay. Can corporations and businesses donate? Just individual citizens?
No, anybody and everybody can donate. My understanding is it's like by name and by email address.
Okay.
So if you have a business and you have 5 different email addresses and you want to donate $500, you can do $100 per email address, and then they match all $500.
There you go.
So there's ways around the system. We just want to make sure we make this work, that we get these kids what they need, and we grow.
What was the date on this? Is it a one day only, 48 hours?
It's 48 hours, right. And See, this is where I wish Sally was
we'll
here.
Get it. No, we'll get it. We'll get on
I want to say
not till April.
Yeah, it's April. It's like April 8th and 9th or 9th and 10th.
Okay.
We're 30 days away from today, so I'm going to say it's at the beginning of April, and I apologize. My brain is ready to everybody here for this event tonight for Tony.
Well,
so
I'll ask you, how did you get involved with the IDK truck?
So.
Do you know the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. So I was on the board for the Chamber of Commerce. They are very dear friends of ours. They are a very, very giving family. And I know Tony in the IDK food truck, he won the 50-50 on Saturday night and donated it back to Tony Miller.
Stop.
So then the fact that they're here tonight and they're doing the food truck and 20% of the profit tonight is going back to it. They're just a great organization. And if you ever need them, please make sure you reach out to them. They have some great food. They're great people. They always give back to the kids, and their son plays baseball. So it's, and it's kind of comical. The hat he's wearing is the hat they wanted.
Is he in the high school?
No, he's only in 4th grade.
A little younger. A future Bobcat.
A future Bobcat. He's coming up. But yep, he's a proud kid right now that he's wearing his high school baseball hat that they won him on Saturday night. So it's really cute to see him in there working it and being part of the baseball team out here. So if you're able, come on out tonight, enjoy. They do have really good Greek salads too. So if you're not a pizza person, they do have chicken tenders, they have salads, they have all kinds of stuff. But if you're able, come out and join us tonight, and make sure you mark your calendars for the beginning of April. Also, just to make sure, we are still putting it out there. May 21st is our annual general meeting. We do have a vice president, someone nominated for the vice president position and someone nominated for the treasurer position. We're still looking for a secretary. Please know that those of us on the board right now are not going to leave you guys in the lurch. Whoever the new crew is coming in, we're still going to be here for you. We're still going to support you and help you and answer questions and anything like that. But we just want to keep this growing. We want to keep the community growing. We want to keep the spirit of the high school growing and keep these kids happy. And so if you have any questions, reach out to us. You can always email us, abcofnphs@gmail.com, and we'll get right back to you with any questions. So I think we're good. Yep, I was going to say I'm getting the wave. Thank you so much for having us on here. And do I need to go grab somebody?
No, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Okay.
I heard you say we'll be here next year. And now you've kind of reiterated that by saying you're going to stick around a little bit. Please tell people what you mean by that.
Anytime you have a transition to a new board, there's always things that people question, that people have don't understand or are worried about. I live here. I was, raised in Venice. I grew up my kids here. So we are always going to be here. We will always be a phone call away if you're stuck, if you need guidance, if you need assistance, if you need us to come help you with a project. I'm not necessarily 100% walking away. I'm just not able to continue in the treasurer's position. But
you're never going to leave the school, Charlotte.
No,
you know that.
I make jokes. For those that don't know, I was raised a Venice Indian, and I've made jokes that my blood has turned from a little bit of the forest green to the navy now.
Good.
Because pretty much everything in my house is Bobcats.
Good.
So, but no, we, all of us from Kelly to Sally to myself, Troy will be president again next year. We're not going anywhere. We're staying here. We're going to be here to help you with any questions. I'm just not necessarily going to be making the trek every week to do the bank runs and stuff like that. So, but no, I will always be in this town to help it grow and to help these kids and watch them succeed to be amazing young men and women.
That's awesome. So, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you.
Always great. Her energy just makes me want to be a better announcer tonight. You should come in and help out one night.
Okay, well, am I allowed to brag for a minute?
Of course, you deserve that. You work so hard.
My son Tate graduated in 2019 from here, and he just got an internship to be a broadcaster for Tampa Bay United in Tampa.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I want to go do a field trip to see him.
Yeah, the fact that he was here broadcasting the soccer games and being the play-by-play for the soccer games, and now he's doing it, at the next level. It's amazing. And Saturday night at the casino night, we had alumni kids come in. I about lost it. I can't believe I'm seeing these kids become parents and have kids. And so it's great. And so that's why I'm saying, you know me, John, I can't go anywhere because these kids are my life. Right. So anyways.
I want his information about that, the Tampa night. I'm going to see him. That's awesome.
Hey, I don't care what anybody says. We may be the redheaded stepchild, but our kids are going somewhere.
That's awesome.
We're going.
So, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
And I remember seeing their son announcing for the semi-pro team that they had an online feed here. So, all right, our first guest is here. I can't see the screen. I don't know if Coach Belser's yet, but I'm going to bring in our alumni special tonight. Come on in, Alex. You're looking great, Alex. Wow, you clean up well, my friend. Come on in here.
Thank you.
John, I got a special guest. We haven't had alumni on in quite some time. And I told you off the air, I'm going into work one day. I hear my name, Mr. Kirkpatrick, or something like that. I don't ever turn around because I have a reflex. I'm afraid I'm going to get hit in the head with something. And it's Alex. And he's like, oh. So one thing later, Alex, why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you're doing here, all that good stuff.
So, yes, I grew up in Northport. Parents are from Barbados and Trinidad. I graduated in 2012. I played right here on this same field. Right now, I'm currently doing home health physical therapy. Just got a new position. I graduated from Kaiser after I left here. But prior to that, I went to Pasco Hernando State College and played baseball there for 2 years, and then came back to Northport to finish up my academics and then pursue my career.
And Alex, you told me off the air here, this is your first time back?
Yes.
Ever?
Back here, yes. Yeah.
He's never, John, he hasn't seen the field, he hasn't seen the high school
football
kids play
field, everything.
It's all new to him. So welcome back. It's good to see you come back here. Alex, you played baseball what year? Do you remember the exact 3-year window?
Started here in 2008, and then I graduated in 2012. So.
Now, the gentleman you can't see on the other side of the camera here, he was a booster president for the athletics. I'm going to say during those years, John.
07, 08.
Yeah, so Alex, what's it like seeing this again? Is it strange?
It brings back a lot have memories.
Hopefully good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. I don't have any bad memories. I try not to have any bad memories, but I have definitely walked around a little bit and saw the new track, the football field, even the baseball field, and all the.
How about the new lights?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got new lights this year.
Oh wow!
Not the softball ones, the baseball ones.
The baseball one, no, I didn't know. And then the back screen.
Aren't those nice?
Yes, it is.
They are slick. They're like college level.
Yes, yes.
So who was your coach those years? Do you remember?
Coach Rowe, Coach Mack.
Yep.
I don't even want to try and say the whole name.
Coach McLaughlin, he knows. Everybody knows Coach Mack.
I'm going to trip up, but yeah, Coach Rowe, Coach Mack, Coach Money. I don't know if anybody's familiar with him. Yeah. Coach French, Coach Belser. Those are the coaches that were on the varsity. But, you know, I went after my freshman year, after my sophomore year, that's when they called me up for varsity. So
what did you play? What position you play?
Outfield.
Outfield. So you're pretty fast then?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm modest. I don't like to brag.
Did you jump over to any sports like track and field, or did you stay with baseball the whole time?
I actually did do football. I did football for a little bit, but Coach Pryor would be a little upset if I said that I played the actual season. I did not. I told him I was going into my senior year, and I didn't want to risk injury. Yeah. And I had a very good senior year playing here. But I did do summer practices in the spring and all of that for football. I just wanted to try it. And, you know, if I had one regret, it would be not actually playing the full season. Yeah. But, hey.
It's hindsight. So what would you say to the alumni watching you here? You know, in the area, do you know anybody in the area baseball-wise? Have you stayed up with them at all?
I haven't, to be honest. I haven't heard too much from a lot of people. I do follow certain people on Instagram. Logan Hogarth was a good friend of mine.
Logan, sure.
Raul Canones, he played here, I think, for like about a year before he went to Port Charlotte. Cody Menard, Danny Trubert, you know, a lot of those guys.
Have they ever talked about coming back as an alumni group for a game?
I have not heard anything.
That would be really nice.
That would be awesome.
That would be a nice tradition to get on. Pick one game a year. Y'all come back
Absolutely.
And get you on the field, do little first pitches to everybody,
Absolutely.
stuff like that. So
that would be pretty awesome.
And now that he works for me, John, I could force him to do things like that, like make it happen.
Yeah, well, here's the other side of it. He's a little older now. He's going to have to watch those hamstrings.
Oh, I'm telling you, I got to stretch, I got to, but no, I've been staying in the gym. So, I've been taking care of myself, trying to at least. I was playing softball for about 4 seasons, but not doing that right now. It's been just too busy.
Nice. Well, I do have a question for you, and it has to do with one, playing at Northport and then leaving and going to college and playing at the college level. Did you find the facilities where you went were equal to or better than what we have?
I wouldn't. Well, I haven't been back to my college either since I left there. And I heard through the grapevine that they have new lights. They can play night games now. We were not able to do that when I was there.
Nice. Well, that's a good information for transition, because you went, 07, 08, all those years back. We didn't have lights in 07. We got them in 08. And so we really didn't have really true night games until 08. I think it was
here at Northport.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So the nice thing is just because you go to another school doesn't mean you're going to have as nice as facilities as we had.
Yeah. No, that's actually, very accurate. I remember when I went to college, we definitely ran a lot. That was
they made up for no lights by running. You're gonna run more.
And all of our games were during the day, so it was. I'm more of a night person. I prefer the night games, but I still had a lot of fun, and it was thanks to Coach Rowe and Zach Maxfield, who was also a former alum, way before me though. But they helped me get into Pasco, and I can't thank them more than enough for that opportunity.
Alex, when you get a little more time, I don't know how long you've been to Northport back again. You ever thought about coming out every now and then?
I have. The time.
Every now and then, yeah, because they play now all year long out here. Listen, you know that? They have winter ball. They pretty much are out here all the time.
So I know I remember fall ball, but
right, fall ball. I think it's quite intensive. It's nonstop. They might have a few breaks here and there, but they always need someone to throw the ball with.
Baseball's year round. That's why I love it.
Pretty much that. That's crazy. So how are you liking the PT side? You're an athlete here. You're an athlete at the college level. You just want to keep doing something athletic based.
Basically,
couldn't handle the office job like I have now.
I cannot sit. My girlfriend will tell you that. She's standing right in front of me. She will tell you that I'm a very antsy person. So I like to be on the go. That's it.
We have a theme here, John. A lot of our alumni athletes, they go and become PTs. That's a very common career track for them.
I always had an itch for wanting to be around
training.
People and sports, and being athletic. Yes, so I still follow all the sports: baseball, basketball, football. So,
did you know that we have a game once a year over at the Atlanta field? It's usually the first Saturday of April. That'd be a great way to get the alumni out there.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Atlanta Braves. They open up the field. They do a couple of high school games. I think we're taking on Cardinal Mooney.
So the high school team.
They'll get to play on that nice field there. Okay. Great way to get the word out now.
And I've been trying to get there, but I want to take her, and because they got a nice facility there, and that's my favorite team, the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I saw your cup there. Have you been there yet, the Brew Stadium?
No.
It is amazing.
I just drove past it when they were first building it.
Yeah, no, it's top notch. It really is a good thing for Northport to have. Even though it's way on the other side of town, it's still got the Northport designation on it. I'd like to see them come out here and help out with the kids more. Maybe put some clinics.
Costco
out there.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
I don't know. That's irrelevant.
What part of Northport are you living in? You east side or west side?
Right here off of Sumter.
Oh, it's pretty close then. Excellent. All right. Well, John, you got anything for Alex here? I'm going to let him go here.
I was actually trying to find the professional trainer that we have up in, and it's driving me crazy because I went to him. Extremely good physical therapist up in Sarasota who used to be with the Reds when the Reds were here, but very, very knowledgeable. And please give him my contact information because I would love to give some information to him so he can do a follow-up because the guy's got books out. He's got all kinds of stretching that he does.
Hey, John, time out. You're not trying to poach our new PTA hire here, are you?
Not at all. Maybe advanced.
I'm gonna be working for him now. I mean, I am working.
No. I think it's a good transition, education wise, to at least know where you can go, with the dedication in the system itself. Because as a PT, you don't want to stay neutral. You want to always advance. You want to find out what's out there, what's working, and what gives you the best flexibility to make your patients better. So I just think it's a great avenue that, one, you had to go to school, you had to come back, you advanced yourself with education. Don't ever stop doing that. The more education as a PT that you can get, the stronger it's going to make you.
But just wait at least 5 years so I can. We need him on our place.
Maybe 6.
I just started working for the company.
Yeah, where did you work before us?
So I was doing outpatient physical therapy. So I worked in Inglewood for almost 4 years at Restore Physical Therapy, and then I worked in Sarasota. When my girlfriend and I moved in together, I was working there for about 8 months. And then I now back down here, and I was working in Venice at USA Sports Medicine over there on Venice Ave. And now I'm at Amedisys Home Health.
Are you on your own today?
Huh?
When you go on your own?
Next week apparently.
Oh, we're letting loose.
But gradually, I'm still following the.
That's awesome.
The PT. The PT is just going to make sure that I'm doing everything as far as home health is concerned at the entry level that I need to be at. But other than that, I mean, I'm practically on my own.
John made a good point about the education part of it. What would you tell all these kids watching? They all want to be PT, PTAs. How hard is it in college? It's not like high school.
It's a lot of studying.
Yeah.
Late nights. But hey, if you want something, you will work hard for it, and you will accomplish it. I never thought that I was gonna, do physical therapy, is because I first started off studying sports medicine, but then I was just like, you know what, that's long term, the longevity, that just wasn't gonna be it for me. So I saw physical therapy, and I was like, you know what, I can do this. So I just put my head down and I did it, but it wasn't easy.
Did anything here at Northport High School, the baseball, help with your discipline, your self-discipline?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sports taught me discipline. It taught me hard work. It taught me commitment, and it gave me a backbone to, if you really want something and you want to be successful at it, you'll do everything it takes.
Awesome.
Well, I'm actually glad that you came on. I had I was still trying to find it, but we had Sean. We had somebody on earlier.
You had Fly Sylvester.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Yep, I remember him.
If you go back a ways, you'll see in one of his episodes he's working for one of the PTs he's talking about. He's doing some kind of stretching, some at-home stretching program, I believe it was. Matson.
What do you say?
Matson is the PT of Sarasota. Madison. Yeah. But no, I don't know if you ran with Sylvester or not when he was here. I don't know what years you were.
Yeah, no, he was here when I was here.
So
I think he was a year under me because he did track and I believe football.
He did that.
So, yeah.
And our football coach is Coach Belser. He said he knew who you are. I was calling him on the way over. He's like, I know who that guy is.
I remember Mr. Kimball over there too. He was my history teacher. He was the wrestling coach.
Yes, he was.
But he was also my history teacher.
That's pretty cool. You recognize you?
Yeah, he was like, I was like, you're Mr. Kimball, right? And he's like, yeah, I remember you. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, if you don't have an alumni baseball game, you at least got to come back for alumni at the homecoming football game.
What do they do?
They have a nice little end zone seating for you guys. Okay. And all the alumni are starting to come back to it.
Really?
It's a nice thing to see.
I would be definitely okay with that. That would be nice to see some old faces.
And if you see enough faces, maybe get the baseball game organized for next season. They went to Key West. No, the basketball, soccer.
I was going to say, well, we never did that.
A long time ago, baseball did. One team did a long time ago. I don't know what year it was. So
we went to Okeechobee, Lake Okeechobee.
Oh, that's not the same.
We went all the way out there, and we did good.
Good.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
So he can put a name with a face. Tell him about Michael Rawlings, my son.
Did you know wrestlers?
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, one of our wrestlers.
Michael wrestled for Mark Kimball.
So he's one of our Mr. Kimball's wrestlers.
If I saw the face, because I'm so much better with faces, not names, I would probably remember.
Well,
do you know Brendan DeShields?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he was a good buddy of mine. We played baseball together all through Little League, and then he was actually one of the guys that told me to come out and just try football. Because he was like, we could use you at certain positions, and so Logan Hogarth and I did go out for the football team our senior year, but Logan played the whole season. I didn't. But
have you seen Brendan DeShields lately?
No, the last time I don't have Facebook
or whatever the social media is. Have you heard what happened to him?
What happened to him?
He's like put us together. He's like the Hulk.
Yeah.
He's a professional bodybuilder out west.
Really? I know he moved to
Utah.
Utah.
I'm trying to get him on the show also. So Brandon, come on. I've been calling you forever now. Come on now. You got your boy here. Come on.
Yeah, man. Come on. It's not that bad. I was a little nervous. I never did this before.
You did great. John, you got any more questions for him? We'll let him go here.
I really appreciate you coming on, because being part of the alumni and coming back out, that's huge to see for our program.
Awesome. I'm glad I could help.
Well, enjoy the game. Walk around, relax, get yourself some food.
Thank you.
That's not free. You got to pay for that one. But good job, bud.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex. That's Alex Purdy, one of our alumni from 2008, 2012, around that area there. One of my students. Somehow he survived my teaching. I'm not sure how that happened, but he made it, and he's doing great. So, John, I can't see the camera. I don't know if you got anybody in line yet.
I do. I'm getting ready to bring them on.
Okay. While we're transitioning here, I got to give a thank you here. We got to thank basketball. Had their wrap-up little ceremony at Beef O'Brady. I want to thank the parents for letting me come out that night. It was very nice to see them again. They're not done. They have several basketball players on our regional team got selected to play the various all-star games they have between like Charlotte County, Sarasota County. I forgot. We don't have the dates yet, but even Coach Wallace got picked. He'll be one of the coaches for one of the all-star games. So as soon as we find out, we'll have that. I want to thank. Oh, we forgot to mention CJ Kimball. Speaking of Mr. Kimball, congratulations. He's got a golf scholarship. He'll be playing collegiate level golf at Weber University. That's always a great thing. We're still working on our college recipients show, probably early May. Try to get everybody that's got a scholarship to play somewhere. We'll get them on the show. So who do you have next for us, John? Again, while we're transitioning, don't forget, first pitch at 7 o'clock. We have IDK Pizza. 20% of what they sell tonight will be going back to Coach Miller and his family to help out with their tragedy they had not too long ago with their house burning down. If you pay more than $10 on your food, I will give you a shout out during the game. So jump on that as soon as you can, guys. Come on down here. Beautiful night. We got softball, by the way. Congratulations, softball. They picked up a win last night. Very convincing win. Great job there for the ladies. We wish them the best here. All right, John, who do you have? Not quite there yet. No. Guys, if you get a chance, last week, I want to give a huge shout out to the junior Bobcats. The viewership was amazing. We had 300 plus on one site. John had his little side sites as well. We might have had at least 400 people watching. We used to get those numbers way back when, so we want to thank you guys for that. That was a touching moment to see that. Great turnout on our Facebook show. Let's see what we got going on here.
See if Aspen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we got audio now?
Yes, we do. We have everything.
Oh, okay. So our next guest. All right, here we go. John, we got something special here tonight. Aspen, I don't know if you know this, but check this out. You played varsity volleyball for us.
Did.
You coached your assistant coach for the varsity girls, which girls volleyball is one of our first sports we had here. And now you're the head coach of probably our youngest sport on campus. You are the head coach of beach volleyball, which is only a couple of years old. And you teach here. That's 4 things that set you apart from just about every coaching staff we have. So, John, that's pretty impressive. She's got 4 things under her belt. True Northport fanatic here. How you doing, Coach Davidson?
It broke up a little bit. I didn't get a lot of that.
Oh, I just touted how great you are.
It was a great
thank
intro.
You. Thank you.
She's used to be saying Aspen Davidson back in the old days. That's how I'd bring her out on the court. Aspen Davidson, or I'd say Aspen Ace, something like that. So it's been a while. But yeah, Aspen, I was just saying how you have the historical distinction. Not only are you one of the coaches for one of our oldest teams with girls volleyball indoors, you're also our head coach of our newest team, girls volleyball outdoors at the beach setting. How does that make you feel, sandwiching both those pretty cool historical tie-ins there?
Well, I'm adding her back, but
John, I got a few minutes before I gotta go, man. I'm not repeating myself. I gotta get going.
Aspen, how does it feel to be back? How does it feel to be back in coaching?
It's really good. It's my first time being a head coach. And I grew up just playing beach volleyball for fun. I did a couple tournaments, but it's really great that we now have a team at the high school, and we have a really young team, and it's still a very young sport. So we have a lot of girls that are really excited to be there. They're working really hard and they're learning a lot. So that's awesome.
And the struggle of starting a new sport is on board also, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a club sport for a little bit, and then it became a high school sport, and it is definitely a struggle getting, because there are, even though it is volleyball, there are a lot of differences in the game and how you have to think and play. But I think our girls are doing a really good job of kind of adapting and learning all those different skills as well.
And Aspen, you're having to do this off campus, aren't you? We don't have home courts here. How are you struggling with that? What's your balancing act on that? Where do you practice? Where do you play?
Yeah, so we practice at courts in Northport, so it's just kind of running around to get to those. And I mean, honestly, all the schools don't have courts on campus. I think there's one school that does.
Really?
But
okay.
We have our games pretty early. And it's a fun time. The girls really seem to enjoy it, so it's not too bad with the stuff. It'd be nice to have courts on campus, but
well, there's a rumor out there that we're going to get courts. Did you know that? Don't know how long for now.
I actually just heard that today. So
oh, you did?
I did hear that rumor.
Did they give any teeth to it? Do you know a date on that? Is that 5 years, 10 years?
Nope. I was talking to another coach, and they had heard some rumors about that. So I just kind of heard about it today.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of heard
we have
heard
space, John. We definitely have the space for it.
Yes, absolutely, we do.
Aspen, how deep in the season are you?
So we have had 4 games. We had 2 preseason, and then we have had 4 regular season games so far. The beginning of our schedule is pretty packed.
How many? How long is your season usually?
Yeah, so we go until like the end of April. So like the last week of April is districts. Yeah. Okay. So it's not too long. But yeah, we've had a lot of games this past week. We had 3 games last week, and we had a game today, and then have a game tomorrow. So it's pretty busy.
Why don't you tell our viewers what's the format of a typical game? It's not just one team of 2. You have several teams of 2 going on.
Yeah. So basically with the beach volleyball, you have 6 teams. The 6th team is like an exhibition, so it doesn't count towards your score. And then you have 5 seeds that count for points. So you have like your 1s, your 2s, your 3s, 4s, and 5s that count for points. So to win the entire match, to get the W, you have to win more of your seeded. So you have to win 3 out of your 5.
Sounds like the high school tennis setup, kind of that way. When you guys, so it's 2-on-2. I'm assuming you don't have a substitute at all.
Yes.
All right, so no 3-on-3.
Yeah, and you can only move in the lineup when you do it. Once you set them at the beginning of the season, so the first regular season game, you can only move girls up 1 seed or down 1 seed for from match to match. So it's really the beginning of the season is really like trying to figure out those best pairings that you're going to have with your team, because you can only move them up 1 or down 1.
So
So if you
from your
want to switch
varsity,
people around, it's definitely a chess match with that. So
I'll leave you on this question because I got to get going here. On your varsity team, how many came out to play beach, would you say? About half the team, a quarter? What's your usual transition on that from your indoor players to your outdoor players?
what was that?
What was your
What's your,
Sorry,
transition
it broke up
between
again.
what was your transition between indoor and outdoor players?
like, how many does the team?
Oh, we lost.
No, John. Oh.
We lost her. We're getting the dial up. So
We'll get the dial up.
hey, Sean, when she comes back on, I'll finish up with her. I know
Okay.
you guys are going.
Yeah, guys, real quick.
Coach Belser
While
never-
John's figuring this out, I'm gonna sign off here in a minute. Again, you got plenty of time. First pitch not till 7. They're still doing their warm ups. We're here at Northport High School to preserve. Still don't have a nickname for the fields. It's been almost 20 years now. We'd love to have some of our viewers start chiming in on that. Keep it clean and positive as always. We're gonna have a really nice thing here. IDK Pizzas here. They also have chicken tenders and salads. They're gonna give 20% back to the Miller family. Again, I know you all pretty much saw what's going on there. Next time we have our episode on, we'll try to get Coach Belser on. We want to talk about the schedule that just came out a few weeks ago, and we want to talk about what we have exciting possibilities of the matchups both home and away. As well, I put a link to an article on the NIL situation with high school. FHSAA just started their official decrees on these things. I'm also going to get the editor from the Sun Preps. He's going to come on in a few weeks and try to explain how that's going to impact not only just Northport High School, but all the area teams, and not just football. Will it spill over to basketball, track and field, things like that? So, guys, you can go ahead and put me on mute, John, whenever you want. I'm going to just walk over the camera. You can mute me down. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. John, take it away, sir.
All right. Thanks, sir. Aspen, so you're back. But as far as like the transition from the athletes that play volleyball inside and then they come outside, are you successful in recruiting those girls?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of girls that come back. It definitely is a different it's learning those different rules that we have with they can only take a ball with their hands, if it's a hard driven ball, and sets having to be like super clean. So we're definitely we have a lot of younger girls this year, so it's definitely a learning process, but they're doing very well with that process. And they're doing very well at getting out of their comfort zone with those types of things, because it is such a transition, especially because a lot of our girls are also in club currently as well. So they're still playing indoor right now. So they have to make the switch pretty frequently, going from beach practice to club practice and then back to beach. So, but they're doing a very good job at it.
Is there a 2-year window I think we learned that a couple shows ago, that there's a 2-year window because it's transitioning into a high school sport. Is that accurate?
What was that? It broke up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. There's like a 2-year window that transition. Can you kind of highlight that again?
What are you meaning? Like
so when we were on
like
before with Tony, he was describing a 2-year window that to become a true high school sport. There's like a 2-year window. You guys are in that window right now, right?
This would be this is our third season.
Okay. So we're
so
on the other side of that 2-year.
It's our third season, so we've had like smaller teams. I think it's getting more of like the word out with other girls into the sport and everything. A lot of the other teams definitely have larger teams. We have kind of we do have a very young team. We have majority freshmen. So we're definitely still in a transition. It's definitely a learning process. Even though it is our third season as a high school sport, there's still a little bit of a transition period with getting our girls kind of acclimated to playing of beach. And so kind of adding that into to their like off season as like they do club. So maybe adding in like those beach practices in that beach game as well.
And all, it's going to take some time to build this program up, but do you feel like having the young girls be part of it, you've got some growth there now with the same young girls for 3 or 4 years. That's I think going to be a lot of fun. Did you hear that one? Can you hear me? Nope, she's froze up again. Nope. All right, so we will bring her back on again soon. I think it'd be an interesting conversation to have with her. I know that she's struggling with her cell service, but we appreciate her coming on. We appreciate everybody listening in today. So please join us in 2 weeks. We're not on again until the 12th, 19th. So the 19th we'll be back on. This week, 3/8. Again, I have another show called Real Talk. Please listen in on that. We've got the city manager, Jerome Fletcher, who will be on with the chief of police on this Friday, 3/8 at 3:05 to 4 o'clock. Please join us. It's going to be a great show. I am going to try to get an update from him on the Morgan Center and see if we can't highlight some of the things that are happening there. I know that they're going to transition the AC unit into a temporary unit. I did speak with live on the air about 2 weeks ago with one of the commissioners, Commissioner Pete Emmerich, and he gave a quick update on that. And they're going to bring in a temporary AC unit, so they hopefully will not destroy the floor. Because it has to be under a controlled environment, one to install and then to keep it well maintained. So we will talk to you guys soon. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye now.